Good evening, everybody. My name is Ron Risman. I'm the instructor for timelapseworkshops.com and Timelapse Moab and the upcoming Timelapse Valley of Fire. I'm out here right now at night shooting a 3-axis motion-controlled time-lapse of the night sky using the Dynamic Perception Stage 1 dolly and the eMotimo TB3 Black. I've got a Canon 5D Mark III camera on top, and I'm shooting at about, I think, 3.1 second intervals right now. And this is actually going to be a test shoot because of the light. It's probably going to ruin a little bit of my time lapse. I'm going to start this over when I'm done. But why I'm here right now to talk about Timelapse Valley of Fire. This is a 4-day motion control workshop coming up October 23rd through the 26th in Overton, Nevada. It's home to Valley of Fire State Park, which is Nevada's largest state park. The past couple of workshops that I've run have been in Moab, Timelapse Moab. And what Valley of Fire is in Nevada is sort of what you would get if you visited multiple parks in Moab. So if you went to Arches National Park and had some Red Rock Arches, and then you went to Canyonlands and had some Red Rock Vistas, and then maybe you went down to Page, Arizona and had some Slot Canyons. Valley of Fire encompasses all of these and more. So you have these beautiful rainbow vistas, you have Red Rock Arches, you have Slot Canyons, albeit a little bit smaller than what you'd have in Page, Arizona. And you have stone cabins, you have petrified rocks, petrified dunes. You've got such an amazing landscape to shoot. So when we teach motion control workshops or time-lapse workshops, we want to shoot them in an area where you can actually see the night sky. And Timelapse Valley of Fire is being held during a new moon, which takes place in late October. So we're going to be shooting under dark skies, so we're going to have a great view of the Milky Way, a great view of the stars above. We have the Orindon meteor showers that are peaking on October 21st and 22nd, so we'll have plenty of dark sky to see the meteor showers as we start the workshop on the 23rd. And we're going to be basically covering everything you want to know about advanced time-lapse. What this means is you want to have some basic understanding, or maybe you've shot a time-lapse or two with your digital SLR, but you really want to learn how to capture flicker-free time lapses and then capture time lapses in motion, maybe learn HDR time lapses or how to bulb ramp from afternoon sun into the Milky Way. We're going to be teaching this at the workshop, all while we're showing you how to use motion control gear. So right now I've got the Dynamic Perception Dolly and the eMotimo TB3 Black, and we're doing what they call a 3-axis move. So as the camera slides on this track, the pan head is going to be panning and tilting to create this motion that comes up over the sky and then rotates around and follows the North Star. So it's following basically the track of the stars. We're going to show you how to put all this together. We're going to combine it with class time and on location time. So each day of the workshop, this is 4 full days. This is not a seminar. It's not where you're just going to sit and take notes. This is a workshop where you're going to have class time and hands-on time, setting up motion control gear, setting up your camera for night photography. Then we're going to go out late afternoon into Valley of Fire State Park, and typically Valley of Fire State Park closes at sunset. Sunset happens in October there right around 5:30, 5:40. So that's when the public has to leave. So we now have a permit to get into the park when nobody else is there, which is basically after dark. So we're going to get there in early afternoon or late afternoon, I'd say probably around 3:30 or 4 in the afternoon. We're going to do some afternoon time lapses, some day to night time lapses, and then we're going to get us set up for the Milky Way. And we're going to use motion control gear. We're going to be using intervalometers from Timelapse Plus that'll help us ramp from day to night. And it's just going to be an amazing workshop. We've limited this, by the way, to 12 students or 12 participants. And there's going to be 2 instructors and an assistant instructor. So myself, Keith Kiska, I don't know if you've heard of Keith Kiska, but he's a motion control specialist for time-lapse. He also runs a website called PhotoTrekker, and he does this video series called the PhotoTrekker series. And he's going to be the co-instructor for the workshop, teaching his workflow and teaching his compositions outdoors and how to use your time-lapse gear. And then we have Brian Juba, who's going to be an assistant instructor, who's going to be helping assist with any questions you have about time-lapse, a little bit less so about motion control gear. So we've got 3 time-lapse experts on staff. We're going to maximize the students at 12. We've already got 9 spots sold, so we only have 3 spots to fill right now. So you guys are going to have an amazing experience. You're going to have 12 people all there to share the same passion. You're going to have these beautiful night skies. The location is only 60 minutes northeast of Las Vegas, so you can fly into Vegas, and in an hour you can be at the hotel, an hour and 10 minutes at the hotel. And each night we're going into the park, and the desert climate is such where you basically have clear skies most of the day. They get the same amount of rain in a year that in New England we get in about one rainstorm. We had a rainstorm about 2 weeks ago where we had almost 3 inches of rain, and that's almost what they get the entire year. So the reason I do workshops in Nevada and in southern Utah is because of the weather. It is predictable, it is reliable, so when you come out, you're not going to get gypped out of nights. You know, even if it showers in the afternoon for an hour or two, it'll pass and the sky will just open up. I mean, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So come on over to timelapseworkshops.com, check out the workshop, register today. Again, there's only 3 spots available. We do have 1 spot available as well for the beginning advanced workshop. So the first workshop takes place the 19th to the 21st, and that's a 3-day workshop, and that covers pretty much all the advanced techniques that we're going to be covering in the second workshop, but without motion control. So we're not going to get into lugging motion control gear or bringing it out with us. We're going to stay focused on learning how to bow ramp, learning HDR time lapse, learning how to shoot flicker-free time lapses, and of course both workshops are going to be teaching post-processing. So you're going to learn how to actually use LR time lapse and Lightroom and Adobe After Effects to process your images into professional quality sequences that you can then put together and create time-lapse films, or to use these sequences within other works that you may do. A lot of videographers and cinematographers come out because they want to add time lapses to their films and their stories that they're telling. So that is it. Thank you very much for watching, and again, timelapseworkshops.com is the domain name. Thanks very much.